Good afternoon, friends. It's Jayashri with the Finding Freedom podcast. Today, we have a wonderful topic from a listener who asks, can you please discuss limiting beliefs? Absolutely. What an excellent place to explore, because I'm sure we can all relate to limiting beliefs and what's often called self-hate. First off, right off the bat, I'm just going to say that it all starts with thoughts, right? And across the board, 100% thoughts are not helpful. Why? Because they take us away from our true essence, our true nature, which is presence. Because as soon as you think about something, you're no longer present with it. It's either just happened or it's about to take place. And all thoughts are in the past or future, which means past depression, future equals anxiety. And that's not a wonderful way to spend our lives, is it? Either of those two fabulous choices. So, yes, limiting beliefs also, any thoughts, no matter how tantalizing they may start out, quickly go down a fast road to suffering. Now you ask, how do I get rid of thoughts? We have like 40,000 of them a day, and they're pretty much out of our control. So that sounds like a losing battle, right? Well, no, because once we determine that none of them are helpful and that living our life in our head is obviously not pleasant, we can start to ignore the thoughts. That which we ignore withers away and disappears. That which we pay attention to expands. And so instead of being in a one-on-one intimate relationship with the voices in the head, we can actually choose to come back to presence, where there is no thought, where we find our true nature, which is bliss. And the way that is best to train ourselves to do that is meditation. It actually is scientifically proven to increase the gray matter in the area of the brain responsible for peace. And, you don't have to understand why it works, but anyone that has ever tried it, although you'll be up against the resistance of ego because it knows that it is its demise. Aside from the resistance from ego to practice meditating, if you can ignore that and get yourself just to sit quietly, you don't even need to use a technique. Get in touch with me if you need some help with how to start a meditation program. It's very simple, and I'd be happy to help you out with it. But that will really, it's magical. It will decrease the amount of thoughts, the self-hate factor of the thoughts, and it's the most powerful thing we can do. And of course, also we want to make sure that we're giving ourselves excellent self-care. So getting enough sleep. When we're sleep deprived, we are absolutely a bullet for limiting beliefs, a target for limiting beliefs. And so, getting exercise, getting out in nature, eating fresh, living foods, lots of raw fruits and vegetables, staying away from processed foods and animal products. They have a very low vibration, and they actually change our chemistry so that we are more susceptible to limiting beliefs. So there's so much that we can do on a really concrete level. On a more philosophical point of view, one of my favorite teachers, Ramana Maharshi, often would teach his students that our lives are scripted. And no matter how hard we try to make something happen, if it wasn't destined to take place, it won't happen. Likewise, if something is meant to happen, even if we make no effort whatsoever or don't lift a finger at all, it will happen. And that is really relaxing because it's a teaching point to take us out of the illusion of control and the illusion of being a fake I, me, ego self. Because when we ask the question, who am I or what am I? Some people prefer, which I can understand. We don't get an answer to that question because what happens is we realize we see through the fake self. We see through the illusion of Maya or the illusion of this world, and it disappears. And what is left is indescribable. What is left is the infinite, which is who you really are. God is what some call it. We can't call ourselves God because there's no one to be God. God is all there is. You are the infinite. You have never been born. You will never die. You are love. You are compassion. You are empathy. You are everything and nothing simultaneously. You are bliss. Bliss is your true nature. The attributes of non-duality are all of those beautiful qualities of love. And so when you let go of thoughts, which are pretty much all limiting beliefs, sorry to say, not sorry to say, but they are, you're left with what remains, which is nothing. And in that emptiness, you find a beautiful fullness. Love. All power is love. The power of love. The power of ego has no power at all. It has no life force at all. And so when we realign to spirit, to our essence, we let go of the fake me and let God. That's when we're in the seat of success, in the seat of bliss, nirvana. Let me know what your thoughts are. Please leave them in the comments below. I will answer all of the comments and any questions that you may have. Please leave a subject or topic that you would like to have covered in a future podcast. And if this was helpful for you, please give it a thumbs up. I'm sending you much love. Namaste.